I'm pooping in his face, or farting in his face, technically.
God, Mousy. Oh my God.
I can't help it.
Do you know, I was going to ask earlier if you were a PG channel, because I realized I never asked you.
I am,
right. But that's a really loose kind of
Everybody poops. Like, come on, let's be real. Everyone farts, everyone poops. Like, can we just, we can settle that right now.
Okay,
I may not, make this kind of fun stuff, talk about those kind of fun things on my channel as often, but, everybody does that sort of stuff, guys.
But yeah, so what kind of stuff do you do on your channel, for those who do not know? What this is like your 5 minutes of fame. Well, not 5, that's really arrogant of me to say.
5 minutes of fame.
That's so arrogant of me to say,
5 minutes of fame.
But for people in my audience who haven't seen your stuff, what do you do? What sell yourself, woman?
Let's see. Hello, my name is Mousy. I am worth about $5. I drink a lot of peach tea. And I eat a lot of sushi, maybe too much. But yeah, I like to tell stories. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
I do a series called Diner Dash Roleplay, where we run various restaurants and try to make it work. It doesn't work out the way we hoped most of the time, but funnily enough, my current season of that has Cthulhu in it, and we're currently in a court battle with him.
Oh no!
As he is suing us.
What a butt.
Yeah. I mean, it's fair, though. We did steal from him.
Oh, well.
So.
Okay, yeah. That's understandable.
Yeah. But past that, I just like to play games.
Yeah.
I do things. I have no clue what I'm doing with his head. I think I'm going to try and sort out his head and then figure out the rest of his body again later. Yeah. So let's see here.
I kind of reckon you could make him bigger,
that's what I'm thinking, too. Because his head, this is kind of
I think the head's too small at the moment, so you can't get much detail on him. I'm just gonna make a
blob I'm making basically a blob and seeing, and then
where we can add tentacles.
Yeah.
There is something I never thought I would say.
I love it.
YouTube.
Not enough tentacles. We'll get there. Don't worry.
Oh my gosh. It's so funny
now that we figured out that microblocks.
I'm kind of stood over here just looking at you make his head bigger, and he just looks like he's got big head syndrome.
Yeah.
When you activate big heads on GoldenEye or something like that, and it's just wobbling around everywhere on a really weak, spindly neck, and you're like, oh god.
It's got to be like a round head, it's got to have that feel of the dimension.
Are you gonna have tentacles going down into the ravine and stuff like that? Because I think that would be badass.
His tentacles, let me use this block just to kind of give you an idea of what I'm going
face tentacles,
for.
Isn't he? And then
he's got all of his tentacles actually are kind of from his face, believe it or not. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make some of that, and then I'm gonna use the micro blocks of that. Well, I'm gonna make micro blocks of the dark, one of the greens, and I'm gonna have them come down, and then I'm gonna use the lighter ones that we wanted to use for the suckers.
Yeah. Okay.
As on that.
I getcha.
That's the idea with that. There went that block, but that's okay. I don't need it. No one needs that block. That block said some stuff about my uncle that one time. And
oh, rude. Really rude. Really rude.
Rude, indeed.
So why have you suddenly become fascinated by Cthulhu? What is it about Cthulhu that has awoken dark desires?
I've always really liked Cthulhu, believe it or not. I've kind of really been about him for a while, but I never really kind of looked. Okay, so how do I explain this?
Here it comes.
This is a long journey that we're about to go on, guys.
Okay.
Get ready.
Is it emotional?
It's something.
Okay.
I don't know.
Can it be turned into a movie?
It might. Yeah. I don't know.
Award-winning movie.
It maybe, possibly. Maybe. Okay. We'll see.
Works.
Sony, Warner Brothers, hook me up. Just hit me up. I'm free any day. Anyways, so basically, okay, so I don't know if anyone watches Scooby-Doo, but there is an iteration of Scooby-Doo called Mystery Incorporated, and it is by far all-time favorite iteration of Scooby-Doo. I don't care what anyone says. That new mess that they have written is trash, and I hope you hear me out there, Hanna-Barbera. I hope you hear me, because it's trash, and it doesn't deserve to be in existence. Anyways, continuing on. They had this character in the series. I was like this literary professor, and there's like a whole episode about it. It's basically like he was H.P. Lovecraft. Like they basically put H.P. and he was totally eccentric. And I was like, who is this based off of? I feel like I've heard about this before. And I had seen that this is like way back when. I've watched Mystery Incorporated so many times. I could probably give you a pretty good description of each episode because there's only 2 seasons and I hate them for that. But I looked him up and I was like, this Cthulhu guy, I mean, man, does he sound fun? He sounds great. Like, this is just, I'm loving it. And as I started to look more and more into it, I was like, this is just a funny creature. Because like he's supposed to be this otherworldly god and stuff, but I have this habit of like thinking about it too much, and I'm like, what if he was a normal guy like you and me? Like, what if he likes his tea a little warm with some like 2 sugars, and like he's just really living it. This looks like he has a unibrow, and I don't know. Maybe I should make microblocks of this as well to kind of help with that. I'm like Picasso or who? Michelangelo? Did he do sculpture stuff? That just makes him look unimpressed.
Yeah, he looks like was it the Grinch? Like, yeah, a little bit Grinchy, I think. He does look like he's silently judging us, even though he doesn't technically have eyes right now.
I feel like
he is kind of reaching from the beyond and kind of just judging us. Like, what are you 2 girls doing to my visage?
I love it so much. Okay, let me just. I want to imagine him having a mustache, if that's all right with you.
What kind of tash?
Let's see. I'm really feeling. If we can, I'm loving these microblocks, by the way.
I can tell.
Like this, I'm feeling this. I'm really feeling this.
Like a Salvador Dali mustache, or like Charlie
right
Chaplin.
Now it kind of looks like
it looks like a mouth.
Well, yeah. Right now it looks like half of a Hitler's mustache, and I'm not cool with that. So let me just fix this real quick. I'm gonna make more of these microblocks. What the hell is this? Hello. Hola.
Hola. Mi nombre es Cthulhu.
I'm not even sure if that's how you pronounce it, to be honest. I'm not completely sure that's how to pronounce it, but I like the sound of it. Cthulhu. It just rolls off the tongue just beautifully.
Well, I feel like you shouldn't be able to say his name. Like, he's so old and like, you know, from a different time and place that language just doesn't. Yeah, language just isn't even a thing.
Yeah, he's incomprehensible.
Yeah, like which is pretty much.
I mean,
you know, as a dyslexic person, I've read a lot of H.P. Lovecraft stories and like horror stories and stuff like that. And like when it comes to the pantheon of the gods and the elder gods and all that kind of stuff, I blank out whenever I read one of their names, because I'm just like, as a dyslexic person, I'm like, yeah, sure, like there's that guy.
I hear that, one of those people that just waits till somebody else like pronounces it first. Like, okay, I got this.
Yeah, genuinely, sometimes I do just wait for someone else, and I'm like, a shoggoth. Oh, that's how that's said. Right. Okay,
they worked some of his creatures, because there's the Dagon or whatever. I don't know. They worked it into Dagon, Dungeons and Dragons, and Cthulhu gets a mention in there. Yeah. You know, he gets
I think a lot of like Lovecraft monsters are in there. I mean, there's like ghasts and gugs and all kinds of crazy creatures that are in. One of my favorite ones to talk about is Nyarlathotep.
Okay.
Bless you. I know these from like reading Lovecraft, but also because I play Arkham Horror, which is a board game. I think it's Arkham Horror. I always get it confused. Because there's Mansions of Madness and then there's Arkham Horror, which is basically you are in the fictional town of Arkham and you have a set amount of time to lift the curse of Arkham, otherwise some ancient elder god, which you get to pick at the beginning of the game, is going to come along and destroy everyone, and you get attacked by all these kind of like smaller monsters like Dagon and Migos and all these buttholes and Shuggoths and stuff like that, and they're all pretty gross and horrible. And yeah, they're pretty insane. They're all like tentacles and eyeballs and claws, and pretty much the description of every single one of them is like, you're going insane. Blood curdling scream, you're going insane. Leathery wings, you're going insane. You know, it's one thing you can trust with Lovecraft is you'll just go insane.
Yeah, you're not going to be sure what you're reading. I know I'm not sure still what was happening, so
you should try break yourself in on some of his non-monstery, non-Cthulhu stories, because there are some more coherent ones in there.
Are you looking at what I'm doing right now? Is that what you're laughing at? I'm not sure.
It works. Well, it's like he's got eyeliner, but that's cool.
He's still in his emo phase. It's cool.
Yeah, he's listening to My Chemical Romance.
It's just a phase.
Yeah, it's just a phase, guys. Just let me be who I am.
I tried to make it feel like he was like squinting his eyes, like, what is going on?
Yeah,
it's too early for this.
Like morning eye cross. Like, you know when you've been on a really long plane journey and you get to the other side and your eyes are just dried out from the like aircon and being in a tube, and you're just like,
and you're wondering what the meaning to existence is.
Pretty much.
I'm definitely there with you on that. I also just maybe had a little bit too much monster juice or something. I don't know.
Well, it was a hell of a party that he had.
Yeah, it was
many years ago.
Quite the party. Okay, that's not how that goes. Come back here.
It looks
tentacle.
Like he's got a cold. And
he's got a few sniffles.
He's just a bit drippy. I love it. It's insane and I love it. It's perhaps just as insane as Lovecraft would have wanted.
I hope he's proud.
Yeah. He's a strange person. Have you actually read anything about Lovecraft himself or just like his works on Cthulhu?
I actually haven't.
You should check him out because he's actually quite a sad individual himself. Like you can kind of see why he wrote a lot of, amazing literature and thought up all these fantastical things. Because like he himself as a person was a very strange individual. Like he was married, but really kind of just didn't get on with his wife in the sense that I think she frightened him because she was a woman.
Oh snap! Okay.
Yeah, and he was quite the racist as well. Yeah.
Okay.
He's quite a horrible racist man.
Snap!
Yeah, but he kind of just like really he just spent his existence just locking himself away and writing, and that's pretty much it. Like you can definitely see bits of him in some of the stories he writes about like kind of crazy scientists and stuff like that, just locking themselves away for ages.
See, I just figured he took too many mushrooms based on the first page of the story that I read. Like,
well, it might be.
I was like, okay,
it might be. I always like the. Have you heard of Terry Pratchett, like the author of Discworld and stuff like that?
Okay, I know about Discworld. I'm bad with names, by the way.
Yeah.
I am terrifyingly bad with names, but Discworld brings it. I know what Discworld is,
Yeah, so like Ankh-Morpork and all that kind of thing. So I just love like Terry Pratchett's version of Cthulhu and the Necronomicon, which is that some dude basically drank some coffee that was so strong that he kind of went to the other side of sanity, like in that he kind of went insane, but then out through the other side of sanity, and that's where he wrote the Necronomicon and all these kind of like beasts and the kind of pantheon of Cthulhu and stuff like that, and that's the parody version. And I just love the idea that someone can do that. Just drink coffee that's so strong it sends you the other side of sanity.
Do you know that gif with the guy that's just like mind blown? It's just over and over again, and there's like that's
pretty much.
I wish coffee could just do that to me each morning.
I can't drink coffee. It does strange things to me. Coffee actually makes me sleepy. Like it doesn't wake me up. It makes me very sleepy. Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
This hydrogen thing.
Oh, is it run out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been grounded.
Have this. Give me your one. I will go and fill it up for you.
Sweet.
Yeah, there we go.
I would love the idea of drinking coffee and having that happen to me. It sounds pretty fantastic, honestly. But I feel like I don't really like I have this like joke sometimes that I never really say because it's not actually that funny. But like sometimes I'm like, am I drunk without being drunk with some of the stuff I say sometimes? Because you've spent like, what, 20 minutes with me so far? And
40 minutes.
40 minutes with me so far, and I'm not sure where I am.
I think you just have one of these larger-than-life personalities that, like, I think you're filled with a certain joie de vivre that is too big for a tiny body. Like, I think you've got a huge personality, and you never fail to make me smile with just how mad you are. And I mean that in the loveliest way possible. Like, I think the thing is, there are so many boring people in the world. Like, just boring people who just don't have an original thought in their empty heads. So I don't mind having friends who are absolutely bat dip crazy. Like, I don't mind, because I'd rather have that than just boring friends who are like, I'm just going to work a 9 to 5 and go home and watch Neighbors.
See, I went to the market today.
Hand me the woman who loves Cthulhu and talks about butts any day. Like, I would rather have that in my life. Like, please, God.
Oh, man. I love it. Right. Okay.
It's coming along. It's looking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Because I'm feeling it.
I mean, the rest of his skinny body needs some work, because God help me, he's definitely slimmed down.
So I can't make any micro blocks out of the clay. Let me see what I can do though, because I'm feeling frisky. I'm feeling like this needs to be a different color or not. I'm cool with either. Okay, so. Let me just give him some bags under his eyes.
Heavy sleeper.
And then, yeah. And then, no, I can make it out of that. I'm just not doing things right today. Sometimes I wonder how I got to this point in my life, and I think, wow, how did I survive? I'm really lucky. I didn't drop something on my head.
The thing is, I wonder that about some of the members of the Yogscast, but I kind of wonder it in a way where I think they're just so goddamn useless that I'm just like, how did you even get dressed today and make it into the office without walking into traffic or something like that? But with you, I imagine it's more a kind of like, because you've got too many thoughts in your head. Like, you got way too much firing off in your head.
I am, believe it or not, I am actually ADHD. So, like, it's constant. Just always there, always happening, always a fun time. But yeah. That's pretty much it.
It's fair enough.
Sometimes I think about things and things think about things, and
And then before you know it, it's 5 hours later and you've done nothing.
Yeah. And you've been drawing flamingos and having a great party with pineapples, and it's just great.
I mean, a party with pineapples sounds like a lot of fun. Like,
for some reason, that made me think of college. Okay, so I had to, in the United States, you have, like, driving lessons you have to take to get your license, right? And when I was 16, I was actually in college by that point, university, whatever. One of the driving courses, like, one of the days I had to take the driving course, right, we went up to one of the colleges. And I'll never forget what I saw. It's just like, it just perfectly depicts like just college in general. I feel like it was just like these college guys, right? We're all sitting in a pool filled with beer, not just any beer, green beer.
Okay.
And just like, they looked ridiculous. And I just remember thinking, wow, this is our future, ladies and gentlemen.
That's our future president.
Yep. This is our generation's future.
Wow.
Right before my eyes.
Yeah. And then
it's
wow. Is this why like a lot of Americans aren't surprised about Donald Trump kind of coming out of nowhere?
Oh,
like,
yeah. I'm not surprised.
Just kind of haven't even batted an eyelid. Just like yeah.
I'm looking forward to leaving this planet at some point.
Just going with Cthulhu, he'll be like, "Come, Mousy, we must leave this planet for a new universe."
I hope he just, like, surprises everyone, rises up out of the ground, and just, like, is like, yo, who cares about your president? I'm here. I'm here to save the day. And I'm like, yes, please, kill us all. I'm ready to go. I'm ready.
Engulf this planet and ride its
this
corpse.
Is what is happening, like, with the world. I'm ready to go. Let's go, boys and girls. Okay. But, yeah, I don't even want to think about the president right now. That's just like, I imagine the gif of the dog with the coffee in the room that's burning to the ground. And it's just like,
this is fine. Everything is fine.
This is okay. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
It's our world is not crumbling to pieces yet. It's cool.
Well, I feel like England and America has had a really rough year in terms of politics, because we've had the whole Brexit thing, which really messed up our day, and I feel like, you know, the whole presidential election in America, like, who knows where that's gonna go, and it's just like, I just feel like, you know, what's going on with our countries, man? Like, what have we done? What are we doing?
What are we doing? Who woke up this morning and put hot sauce in their cereal?
I know, right?
Like, which one of you was it?
Like, yeah, I just remember like the whole Brexit thing, and then when I woke up and found the results, and I was like, really? Really? Guys, really?
Will you learn that your actions have consequences? Okay, yeah.
And then pretty much all of UK government just like was in upheaval because everyone quit, everyone left, everyone is like, I don't know what's going on anymore. I don't even know who our prime minister is anymore. Like,
I don't even know who your prime minister is.
Well, it is currently, so it was David Cameron, and he resigned when Brexit was confirmed, and it is now Theresa May. So we got a female prime minister, first since Margaret Thatcher, and yeah. Oh, God. We should probably stop talking about it before I kind of chew my own tongue off.
Don't do that. That hurts.
But yeah, no,
from
it
what
does
I've heard.
hurt.